Today we're going over how the last 5 years before retirement are crucial. So the first reason why the last 5 years can be crucial is that typically this is your highest earning years. And so if you're maxing out your TSP contributions, where you're doing like the $23,500 and the $7,500 catch up, you can really grow that TSP balance. Now there's an extra catch up if you're age 60 to 63 called the super catch up, which allows you to not just do the extra $7,500, but you can actually do an extra $11,250 to catch up. But we won't include that in this scenario. So as you see here, let's say you have $1 million in your TSP and you're gonna max it out for the next 5 years. You can contribute $31,000 a year. Now, this example, we're gonna assume that you're making $150,000 a year and that the TSP is matching you 5%. So that would be an extra $7,500 in the first year that you get matched. By the end of the first year, you can see how your $1 million is now $1,140,000. As far as our rate of return, we're using the 5-year historical return for the L2030 fund because retiring 5 years from now would be retiring in 2030. When we do this each year, we're showing that you contribute $31,000 each year. We're showing that the TSP match would be going up by about 3% a year. That's assuming that you're getting a cost of living or a step increase adjustment for your salary. And by that, going up just a little bit, it means that the TSP match will be going up a little bit each year as well. But you can see here in year 5, at the end of year 5, you've got $1,855,000. So it didn't quite double, but it went up a lot. So these last 5 years are key to where if you can max out your contributions and if you can earn a reasonable rate of return, you can make some headway on your nest egg for sure. Another thing you need to work on over the last 5 years is working out your retirement spending and really getting those amounts worked out before you retire. We typically tell people to just prove to yourself that you can live on your retirement budget. Let's go ahead and start doing it while you're working. That will give you peace of mind knowing that you really can spend what you claim you're going to spend. Many times people are bad at estimating what they spend, and they usually underestimate what they spend. Whether they just have their own numbers, or they forget about gifts or home repairs or whatever. Usually people don't estimate enough. And so this is a great way to try it before you pull the trigger on retirement. Another great thing about the last 5 years for retirement, especially if those years are around age 59.5 to age 62, is you can get some Roth conversions done before the IRMA surcharges kick in. Now, this is the extra cost based on Medicare Part B premiums that are based on your income. And so those typically kick in at age 63 because at age 65, if you choose to turn on Medicare, they look at your age 63 income to determine what your income was. So from age 59 to age 62, there's no Medicare income restrictions. So we can do some tax planning. Now, I would recommend getting a financial blueprint done where you can see what your estimated income is going to look like throughout your entire retirement, because what we typically see is that while working, your income may be higher, and then when you retire, it drops for some years. And then with required minimum distributions kicking in your mid-70s, the income can start to go up and up and up. It would be smart, in my opinion, to have an estimate of what that's going to look like. You know, in my 70s, is it going to be a lot higher? And if it is, are there some things that you can do about it now? And if you're between the ages of 59.5 and 62, it's easier to get that planning done, you know, for lots of people. So they may retire at age 62 or 3 or 64. Those last 5 years during that window with 59 to 62 is a great time to do some of that planning. Now, I know I said earlier that at the end of your working career, income might be high, but there still may be room and it still may make mathematical sense to go ahead and do some Roth conversions then. Then the last thing that you may want to get worked out in the last 5 years before retirement, I call your allocation bucket. There may be a bucket of money that is your spending for the next year. And typically, if you're going to be spending money in the next year, you may want to keep that money in cash so that it's not subject to fluctuation. Typically, if somebody says, I need to get $2,000 a month drawn out every month, we'll go ahead and take $24,000 and sit it in cash so that you can earn a reasonable G-fund-like return on that money, but not let it be fluctuating in the stock market. Now, if you've got spending that you want to do over the next 2 to 5 years, that may need to be somewhat conservative where you can still grow, but hopefully it's not subject to the fluctuations of the stock market. And then if you've got spending that's 5 years, 7 years, even longer, then that may be money that you want to be more aggressive, and maybe that should be in the stock market. So in the next year, let's say you want to spend $25,000, allocate accordingly. In the next 2 to 5 years, I think I might want to spend about $100,000. Okay, great, let's allocate that accordingly. And then the rest of the $800,000 you have, maybe you can be more aggressive with that. This is something that can be done and get set up while you're still in the home stretch, waiting for retirement. If you need help, you want to talk to us, go to christycapital.com and click Talk to an Advisor. Sure would love to help you. If you want to watch another video on your federal retirement, click right here. My name is Mel Stubbs. Talk to you later.